We've been speaking to a whole range of ministers. We've got another one of them here in studio with us. Gwede, Mantashe, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming
Hello,
in.
Michelle.
Giving us some of your time. The Mineral and Petroleum Resources Minister. The wording has changed somewhat.
You're the first person to get it right.
Oh, thank you. What's the significance of that?
It's very significant because people say mineral resource and petroleum.
Right.
I say no. It's mineral and petroleum resources. Yeah. Because it's a consolidation of a particular part of the department. Exciting for me is elevation of petroleum to stop paying a second fiddle to other sources of energy. But with the excitement with renewables and other sources of energy, petroleum took a back seat. Now we're given the responsibility to elevate it and take it to the fore.
In terms of the mining sector, Minister, plenty of challenges. It's a sector that's riddled with challenges. It's one that you've been beset with for some time. Have we made progress in tackling those touchstone issues, like, for example, communities benefiting from the land that they live on?
Let me give you a few examples. One of the things that South Africans must unlearn is to equate mining to gold mining and begin to appreciate that it is much bigger than gold mining. Gold mining is in decline precisely because we've been mining gold for more than 140 years, and therefore mining is not like coke where you mix syrup and water and produce gold. Once you take a kilogram of gold, that is gone. It doesn't come back. And that is in decline. But other minerals are growing in the mining sector. For example, there's one area that people don't pay attention to called the social and labor plan. Social and labor plan build projects in communities. And one thing that we've changed, they used to build small community hall there and small thing there and scrap a sport ground there. We have insisted to them that listen, build impactful projects in communities. That's why you will see a long range of schools and clinics built in communities. We're beginning to see mining industry drilling water for communities. We're beginning to see mining companies beginning to venture into food production in various communities. And that is it. Where people will not be happy is that it's not dishing money to individuals. It is an impactful project that benefit communities.
So, Minister, you tabled your budget vote. Was it last week?
Yes. What day is it today?
It's Thursday. It was this week, I think it was.
Yeah, it was this week.
Yeah, it was Thursday. And in terms of some of the key things in your budget vote, there's this issue that I'm just reading about here, a service level agreement concluded with the consortium and the implementation of a project. What service level agreement are we talking about here, Minister?
Service level agreement, I would imagine that you're talking about the cadastral system.
Indeed.
The cadastral system is an electronic system where applications for licenses and permits will be processed. Transparent, on time, and it goes on. You don't wait for manual processing of applications. And that is what we're working on. That system is being implemented from one province to the next, and we're hoping to complete it by June. We said 12 months. By June next year we must complete it, but it is already rolling out. The reason that we say it must go through, we don't want to have a project like this starting and collapsing. We must go through, detect weaknesses, and ensure that when it goes, it goes.
And in your budget vote, you also appealed for a better understanding of the challenges facing the mining sector, what mining contributes to GDP. What are some of the challenges facing the mining sector?
The first thing is that we must understand the sector. We're a mining economy, but many of us in South Africa don't understand the sector. Many.
Yeah.
That sector is very complex. And as I said, we must first understand that it is not gold mining. We're releasing a study there on the state of mining, and that study is going to deal with mineral by mineral. What is the state of gold? What is the state of platinum? What is the state of vanadium? What is the state of manganese? What is the state of iron ore? Once we release that study, which will have road shows talking to everybody, analysts and everybody about, It will help analysts not to actually do desktop research and attack mining. Mining is not doing well and so forth. Mining continues to be the backbone of the economy in many ways in South Africa. You know, when there was COVID-19, the sector that led the reconstruction and recovery was mining, precisely because we took difficult decision in the middle of COVID. At level 5, we opened it up for all open cast. We opened it at level 4, and we opened everything at level 3. And it helped the mining industry to recover. And people were saying we're killing miners, and miners didn't have a record of fatalities as a result of COVID. They had fatalities like any other sector, but that helped the mining industry recover quicker.
What do you have to say to those, you know, you talk about mining being the backbone of the South African economy. That means miners themselves are the backbone of the economy, right? But they're not, as you know, benefiting to the extent that they believe they deserve to benefit from the work that they're doing.
I don't know. My unfortunate position is that when I went to the mines for the first time in the 70s, I was quite young. One of the first things that I had matric, but I couldn't put my hand on a blasting certificate because it was reserved for a scheduled person, which meant a white person. When we struggled and opened that sector, today more than 80% of miners are black.
Yeah.
Women are not allowed to work in the mines. Today more than 72,000 miners are female. 2 JSE listed companies are run by black female engineers. And to me, it is a change that I quantify all the time. When you looked into management structures of the company, we took 9 and assessed them. All major mining companies do not have less than 50% in their mining structures across the board, less than 50% black. And they're doing better at the top than at the bottom. And the reason for that is simple. At the top, they poach skills from one company to the next. At the bottom, you'll have to train a miner to be a shift boss to be mine overseer to be mine manager. So that process is slower, but not a single company at any level of management had less than 50% black.
Very interesting. And it's an economy that is beset with a number of challenges, but one certainly that the South African economy as a whole is reliant on. Minister, let me thank you for your time this afternoon. Gwede Mantashe is the, let me make sure I get this right, he is the Mineral and Petroleum Resources Minister.
That's it. You got it right.